All right, guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. All right, so I didn't trade today. I was busy. So I'm going to. I got to my computer and I wanted to see what happened today. I have no idea what happened. So I wanted to trade it as if I would have traded it had I been here. And you'll just have to believe that I have not seen this day. I turned off the price. I replayed to this point, and then I turned the price back on. So I have not seen what happens today. You just have to believe that, or you cannot believe it. But either way, if I'd seen it or not seen it, this is what my process would be. So let's look at this here. So this is 8:30 here. This is the overnight session. What happened? We're in a downward sloping trend line. I know that. And I only know this. I'm connecting this one and this one. Like this is only extended because it connects these 2 points. I would probably go ahead and extend it to here. Okay. So what we've seen is the slope is increased. And if I want to connect all three, I have an overshoot here. Tried to break above and then couldn't, and then came back down. But if I'm not connecting all three, I'm just connecting these two, then that's what it looks like. So nothing but downward sloping lines here at the moment. What we have here is a breakout of this trading range, it looks like. This was a trading range here. Bottom, bottom. Looks like there was like kind of a wedge here. So a lot of downward sloping trend lines, a lot of resistance to break through. But you know anything about markets, that means there's a lot of liquidity above here. You got people that move their stops are probably above here, or they're above here, but they're or above here or here. So anywhere that it comes up, there's going to be multiple areas where people have put their stops. So from this perspective, if you have a trading range, I'm expecting this to rally off the open back up through the trading range, because this is a trading range in itself right here. All right, most breakouts fail. We're in a downward sloping channel. We pulled away big time from this, came back, couldn't get back up to the high, couldn't get even back to the trend line that started the trend. And then we came back to one of them here. Let's isolate the main trend here. This is the main one. Let's make it blue. Okay, couldn't get back up here. So I'm expecting them to want to come and test this blue line right here. I'm expecting that to happen. Or we could just continue down. We've already got one push, pull back, two push, pull back, three pushes. So we've got a wedge here. Okay, and we've got a smaller wedge here where there was a double bottom and then it broke through the double bottom. Okay, so lots going on. Let's see what price gives us coming through here. We're going to go bar by bar. Okay, what happened? Where'd it go? Go up or down? Oh, it's still here. Okay, so next. Okay, so first bar of the day at 8:30 is red. Broke below here, but it looks like the breakout failed. Like it failed right here. And we came and closed this gap, this pre-market gap. So the very first intention of the market was to go down, and then buyers stepped in and pushed it back up. So let's keep going. Okay, got a red bar here. Green bar ignored. Basically came down here, but this also failed. You see that? This failed here. So what's happening though? Let's ask ourselves, who's making money right now? Just in the first three bars, who's making money? Limit bears are making money. The bears that are selling the tops of bars are making money at this point, right? They sold the top of this, went down. They sold the top of this, went down. Limit bulls are starting or trying to begin a campaign here. The bottom of bars, you see there's wicks, so they're buying the bottom of bars. And are there any lows we should be concerned about? No. Okay, so we're only three bars in, haven't taken a position. Don't really have any really good idea what's going on, but we got this trend line here that we can now connect. And if you connect it that way, that's a break and retest. If you connect it this way, it's respecting this trend line. So let's see what it does with this. I like it like this. Okay, another attempt to break out below, failed. It's bought back up. Okay, limit bears or limit bulls are trying. They bought below here, bought it up here, and then they met the limit side of the sell orders. So they're selling the tops of bars here. All right, so once again, waited till it retraced, sold the top of it, okay? But limit bulls are down here. This closed at its low though, pretty good signal to go short, but stop bears have not made money yet. If you bought the low of any of these candles closes, you haven't made money yet. You made money here briefly, so limit and then stop made money. And if there's a bar that closes below this, there's going to be a gap. Okay, there's going to be a gap between this price and this price, or whatever this does. So let's see what happens. All right, so you got indecision. So the bears missed an opportunity to do something strong, and that tells me that this is probably not going to be a strong bull or bear leg. It's probably going to be a leg in a trading range. So we're probably at the bottom of a trading range right now. So I'm going to wait for more confirmation, but I want to try to get in below bars. Okay, so next red bar I see close at its low, I want to try to be a buyer. That's not terrible. I do want a better entry than that though. Okay, so they're not going to give it to me. So it looks like we're breaking out above this. Okay, so you had a red bar ignored here. Okay, red bar ignored here, and it looks like we're breaking up. But remember, the bulls or the limit bears have been selling, and we're below a trend line right now. So let's see what they got above this trend line. If they've been selling the tops of bars, this one's trading above 1, 2, 3 bars. This should be a nice place for them to sell. Okay, let's see what they do. Okay, and that's what they did. They sold there. But now I want to buy this, because if this was a nice price for them to buy, this is definitely a nice price for them to buy. Okay, so I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy, and stop loss. Let's get a little creative here, but stay mechanical. We're going to do this, and we're going to measure how far the width of this channel here. And we're just going to make the stop loss the width of this channel. 131 points from here. So my thinking is that if the bulls are strong enough at the bottom of bars, the price should never get the length of the channel below my entry right here. Okay, but let's see. Okay, so they have declined to buy this. Okay, they've declined to buy this low right here. All right, but I'm actually going to add on. I'm going to add on once, and we're going to see. I'm getting out at this line right here. If we break this line, I'm getting out. But I'm going to add on to this trade right here. Okay, so they did buy, but at the top of bars, once again, bears were there to stop them. All right, now we're in a small profit right now. They were able to trade above this, trade it back to the high though. Limit bears, this is now a double top, micro double top here. Okay, so if it breaks out, if it pulls back and breaks out of this, it's a wedge. Okay, it's a wedge, and it should go a little bit higher. Let's see what happens. All right, got a big, nice big bar up there right now. Okay, so now we're above all of this, but we're in a trading range. You guys see that? Trading range price action right here. Okay, trading range price action. Downward sloping channel, you would expect it to break upward. Okay, and that's what we're getting. You saw the bulls or the bears did try again below here. See, they tried below here. They were rejected. Couldn't even get a breakout below this candle. So the problem is now limit bears have made money. They bought this low. They bought this low. Limit bulls have made money. Stop bulls have now made money. If you bought this high, you made money on this candle. So you've just signaled that stop bears can make money. But what do you have to the left? You have trading range price action. So if you break above here, if you break above this area here, you're expecting there to be sellers above this area right here, because this is a trading range. Okay, and this is below. This is like retesting the low of another trading range that they spent about 30 minutes in. So in a small profit right now, I'm expecting the next bar to be indecision or big green. So indecision. Okay, so we got a doji here. We probably got a doji here because, like I just said, we're at the top of a trading range. But they did try again. They did try again. The bars, the indecision, the wicks on the top and the bottom, you combine them, they're bigger than the body. So there's a little indecision here. Okay, but I do believe that the bulls have it for right now. We might see a retest or a 50% retracement. Take us back here. Okay, take us back here to this area here. But let's see. All right, so that's exactly what we got here. You got, they traded above here, traded above all of these bars here, and the bears saw that as a nice price to sell again. All right, so now the bears have sold. Okay, we could be coming back to retest this trend line here, this downward sloping trend line. I want to see when the bulls try to go again. If the bulls can prevent this low from being broken, we can stay above this low right here, and then they can push another leg up. I'm looking to go long. Remember, I don't know how this day played out. All right, so indecision here. So once again, the bears missed an opportunity to do something strong. You had this big rejection at the top of a trading range. You had a bar closing near its low. They closed the gap here. There's no open gaps on the bottom for the bulls to feel strong about. And then what do? They got indecision here. They failed to do something strong. I got to buy again. I'm going to buy. All right, so now we have pushing above the high, or not the high, the open of this candle here. We close above the open, and we close strongly. There's hardly any tail on top of that. That means they were buying into the close of this bar. So I'm expecting this momentum to carry on through the top of the bar. Okay. I can now put a trend line here on the bottom. Looks like I can connect 2 points, maybe 3, maybe 1, 2, 3. 1 leg up, 2 leg up. Let's measure this leg and see if we get a measured move out of this. This was 115 points. Oh, 115 points in that leg. Oh, come on. It's not letting me grab this. And let's see if this will go up to here. Okay. Let's see if we can target that actually. Let's do a take profit up here. Okay, so indecision. Bears or bulls took a minute. They had an opportunity to do something strong and they did not. Okay, so what this is telling me is that this is probably going to turn into a trading range. Okay, and I'm probably either going to get an opportunity to buy near this trend line or near the bottom of the range again. So I'm actually going to flatten this. Okay, and I'm going to wait for a better price. Okay, so we got 359 in the bank. I think we're going to get some more price action before the bulls decide where to go again. But let's look at who's making money again. Limit bears are making the most money here. This bought the low of this. This bought the low of this. This retraced all the way to this low and they bought. This one retraced all the way here and they bought it up. And now this one's retraced half the candle, closed the gap, and they might buy it up again. But let's see. They had an opportunity to do something strong though, and the bears prevented that from looking strong. So let's see what happens. Okay, so this isn't strong, but it's not. It's strong, but it's not as strong as it would have been had this come after this. But we have essentially ignored this bar. Okay, you might be seeing some bears. So think about it. If you sold here, I'm sorry. Think about if you sold here, and then you sold here. Break even would probably be in the middle here. So let's test that theory. Here to here. You sold here thinking you were going down. You sold more up here. You got out here. And that's where the buying happens. So I'm actually thinking about getting long here. I've got 3 bullets though. I'm only trying to get up to 3 contracts. So let's fire one of them here. In case this just continues, we want to be in some kind of trade. But remember, if this starts to reverse, First add-on is the trend line. Second add-on is probably going to be the bottom of this channel or this trading range. Okay, so once again, bulls had an opportunity to do something strong. They did not do anything strong. They traded above here, and it wasn't even above this one here. So they were prevented from trading above this and this. All right, so bears are really still in control if you think about it. That's why I think we're in a trading range. Okay, but we also haven't tested this trend line, and we haven't fully tested this below here yet. So happy with the one position. It's in a little drawdown right now, but let's continue. All right, so now this is something strong. And why is this strong? We blasted up through, took out the high of this. Okay, took out the high of this candle, closed at its high, but we could still be in a trading range. We don't know for sure. Okay, we don't know for sure, but this is really strong. But here's the thing now. The bears sold this before. Okay, they could be wanting to sell this again. So I'm looking for a pullback. I'm looking to buy closer to this area of value. My area of value right now is going to be my trend line. Okay, so I'm looking to buy close to this area, somewhere in this area. So let's see what happens here. We're breaking out. Let's measure the width of this channel also so we can see where this breakout might measure to. See if we get there. And it looks like it's going to measure to about right there. All right. So after that, you could potentially see a doubling of that range. And that will put you about right there. All right. So let's see what we get. Any pullbacks we're buying though. Limit bears are making money. And now stop. Or limit bulls are making money because they're buying lows. This bought that low. As soon as it traded below that low, bear bulls bought it up. Okay. Okay, so had an opportunity to do something strong, but bears are not giving up on this. They're selling these highs again, and now this is more like a double top right here. So if we get a break above this, this is going to be like a wedge. Okay. And this kind of already is a wedge. You had a double top here, lower high double top, and then this broke above. So this kind of already is a wedge, but let's see what we get here. All right, so the bulls came back, but inside bar kind of means reversal. I don't really know how I would interpret this. Inside bar reversal. This is a wait and see bar. Bears need one more bar below here for people to start thinking short. Bulls need a new high for the bears to give up for a couple of bars. So let's see what we get. All right, almost a new high. Almost a new high, but this is closing at its high, so that's pretty good, right? So now you're just getting this stair-stepping action. Buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. So they're really battling out here, but the bears are winning. I'm sorry, the bulls are winning, and the limit bulls are the ones that are winning. So anytime a stop bear, no stop bear has made money since right here. And even here, they were pulled back into a drawdown for a little bit, and then they made money. Here, they didn't make any money. This went down below, came right back up. Nothing ever traded below this. Nothing ever traded below this. This, they tried to trade below, didn't make money, okay? So what does this tell you? This means every single time a stop bear, which means a bear that sells the low of this bar, okay, whenever a stop bear tries to make money, we need to be there to stop them, okay? We need to be able to buy the bottom of red bars to make money, which are pullbacks. So let's see what happens. All right, still pushing up. So now we've hit a new high, and this bar here is important because it's traded above. It's traded above this high. So think about this, guys. Last time there was no one else willing to buy above this price. Okay, they might have been willing, but they were being stopped by some force, either limit orders placed in the market, or they didn't feel that they were going to get a move up, and that's why we continued down to find buyers. Now we're continuing up to find sellers, okay? And this looks like a V reversal. Look at that, off the open. Boom, okay? But you can see, even in a V reversal, like we talk about all the time, there's still this transition here. And this transition is this trading range, okay? So this is an important bar, though. I'm still waiting on a pullback to add on, but I think this is going higher. Next. Okay, nice. Look at the volume increasing on that. Volume increasing on that. I want to add on, but I still want to pull back. Okay, I still want to pull back. We've now made this range here. This was this yellow line was the first measurement of this range up. Let's see if we can double it. we'll place this stop here, or this take profit up here. Let's see if we can double that range. If we can't, we're going to be looking to add on. All right, so that's a nice bar. It's a nice bar to add on. So this didn't even try to trade above. So as soon as this bar closed, the bears hit buy or sell the market. Okay, they hit sell the market. Now think about this. They've gotten one move down here or two moves down here. Selling, selling. They only got one bar here, small bar here, small bar here, small bar here. They're probably going to get two bars here to test the top of this trading range and to test this trend line. There's two reasons to come down here. So while I want to buy a red bar, I also want the stop bears to make a little money so that they can be trapped and then we can go higher. So I'm going to not buy this. Okay, I'm going to not buy this. But tell you what, if this doesn't produce another red bar, okay, I'm going to buy because they can't even get multiple consecutive red bars. It's going to go higher. But I think we're going to get one more red bar at least, and it'll bring us to this trend line, which is where I want to buy as close to this as I can. Nope, no red bar. Okay, so I have to buy this now. Okay, so we're going to keep going. Okay, broke above, rejected, but still closed. Nice body compared to that wick. Going to keep going here. Same thing here, broke above, but closed above all these prices. Tried to break above, it looks like this one here, and they were rejected. So there's some sellers up here, okay? But I want you to think about the dynamic of this now. As this was falling, you had bulls step in to take profits, and this is a nice decline here. This was bears taking profits and bulls buying. Okay, that's what this was right here, because they didn't know whether this was going to happen. And this is a gift for the bears. They took profits, okay? But more people sold, and the bulls weren't really interested in buying. So we never got back to the top of the channel. We drifted down until we got here, and then we sold off again, okay? So I'm still targeting this up here as a take profit because that's where I think we're going to go next. And that would correspond with the low of this range right here. The low of this range. I'm going to get out right a little bit before the low of that range. Maybe I can get up here because I think they're going to overshoot it. All right, let's keep going. Okay. What do you have here? You broke out. You didn't even try to trade above. Okay, you broke out to the bottom, but then you were rejected. Kind of a weak rejection. Bear body. Might get a second bull bar or bear bar, and I'm looking to add in this area here. I'm looking to add in this area of value here. And you got a 2-bar reversal here. Okay, but this is a classic reversal pattern. Everyone knows this pattern. We went up, we went down, we closed here, and then we went up and we went down. This is a trading range, but who's still winning this? Well, the limit bulls have been making money the whole way up, buying lows. Limit bears are just starting to sell highs again. So selling this high and selling this high, they got to do more than this to convince me that we're coming down. And even when we come down, I'm looking to buy a pullback because this is a relatively tight channel right now. And I probably could tighten this up a little bit more. Let me see if I can put another trend line here. Yeah, I'll probably tighten that up right there. Next. Okay. Inside bar could mean reversal. They didn't have enough to trade above, but look at that close at the high. Look at that close at the high. So the bears that are selling this, we get above this high, they know they're in trouble. Okay. So, but they bought into the close. This closed at its high. Next candle should be green. All right, big green. So anyone that bought here, they're being taken out. They're taken out of this right now. Still a very tight channel. Let's make it a channel so you can visualize it and see it the way I'm looking at it here. Okay, so we could potentially see a move up, down, but I think we're going to this yellow line and my take profit is a little bit beyond that. Next. Okay, traded below was rejected lower prices, closed this gap partially. So this bar was a test of this bar's breakout of this bar. You guys see that? Broke out here, failed. This bar broke out above the breakout, the failed breakout. This bar tested the failed breakout and resumed. Okay? Next bar green. Okay. So I didn't trade this. I keep telling you guys that. I don't know if you believe me by now, but this is very interesting because this is a small pullback bull trend, and it's one of the strongest bull trends. So guess what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to buy. But if it comes down to this trend line, I'm going to buy more. I'm going to buy more because this is a very strong trend. It's camouflaged as not because every other bull bar there's a bear bar. But look at how small the pullbacks are. They pull back just a little bit of the last candle and they buy it right up. A little bit of the last candle, they buy it right up. This is a very strong trend. So this is probably a very strong trend day. Let's go. Same thing here. They tried to buy or they tried to sell below this, bought it back up. Okay? Bought it back up. So bears know they're in trouble here. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a bar that took us above here. There it is. So tried to pull back again. Tried to pull back again. Bought it back up. Okay, bought it back up. Closed at its high. Small wick on the top. This is a very tight channel. I should be buying on this trend line now, maybe. Let's make a new line here. Should be buying right here in this area. Or I should be buying in between this area because you got two trend lines here. I wouldn't mind buying in between this area. It's in between. It's more value than the channel we're in, but it's a little less riskier than the channel we came out of. So let's continue though. I think we're going to hit my target and then we'll end the video. All right, big candle. Big candle, wick at the top of the candle here. Wick at the bottom of the candle. But look at the body. Nice strong body. They bought into the close. And what do you have here, guys? We've traded a spike, incidentally. Okay? We ran up. We had one, pullback two, pullback three. And then we start spiking again. We broke out of the top of this range where all these blue dots were. One, pullback two, pullback three. So this is getting kind of climactic, but I do think they're going to come and test this low. I think they're going to come and test right here. Okay? That's why my order's right before that. Okay? So the bears are waiting really to sell is what it looks like to me. They're waiting to sell. I'm waiting for a trend line break to get out of this trade. I'm not getting out of this trade until we break probably this trend line right here. And at this point, let's say we break it even on the next bar. Say we come up all the way down here and break this trend line, I can still get out of a small profit, okay? Or I can add on. And I mean, based on the strength of how this looks, I'll decide what to do there. But let's see. It's looking good, though. It's looking like it's going to hit our target. All right. So we've come back to this trend line here. Red bar, traded above. They rejected it. Came back down to this channel line. Now, this is a strong rejection because it closed at its low. Before, the pullbacks were small, and you never even had a bear bar that could complete itself red. This one is completed itself red, and it's closed at its low. The volume is nice down here. It's at this low, though. It's at this trend line. Remember, I said I'd be willing to buy in this area here? Okay? I think based on the strength of this and that we're 3 pushes up in this new pattern here, that we're going to get another bar down, and I think it's going to be a good opportunity to add. So I'm not closing this out right now. I'm not interested in closing it. I'm actually interested in staying more long as we stay above this trend line. All right, so we did come down into this area where I wanted to buy, and look, it wicked again. So there's other people that are buying in this area right now. They're buying in this area right now. We did trade to this high, okay? So this could just be profit taking, but look at the bulls, or look at the bears. They're weak. They had a potential to do something strong. At one point, guys, think about this. At one point, this bar was solid red. Okay? Look at the tail. This bar was a solid red bar. Okay? But the bulls came back and bought it up. So I got to buy again. All right, let's go. Okay, so that was a bad buy. That was a bad buy. Okay, so but we're in my zone right now, and I want to buy. I want to stay above this trend line, but I would like to get a little bit closer to this trend line right here. I'd like to get a little bit more in this area. But bad buy. Didn't try to trade above. Traded below. Trapped all the bulls that bought this. Traded below and closed below the the close of or the open of this. Tried to trade below, couldn't do it, went up instead. Small body though, small body, small wick. All right, so now we have a continuation of the trend. So every bear that's sold here and sold here, they know they're in trouble. They know they're in trouble, so they're either going to defend this area up here. Okay, they're either going to defend this, or we're going to hit my profit target. All right, so they look like they are defending it, almost to the tick. You see that? Traded above a little bit, and then the bears were active again. They aggressively sold this down, but we didn't completely eliminate the last bull. We didn't completely eliminate the last bull. We traded below here, and they bought it up, and then we closed here. So this, once again, breakout. This was a breakout of this. This was a retest of this breakout. Okay? Might get another red bar, though. We are in a trading range again, as you can see. So we should be buying low, selling high. So this would be a perfect area to buy right here if we get down to here. That'd be a perfect area for me to buy based on all of this. Get the bottom of a trading range, bottom of a trend line. You're in between two areas. This could be a retest of this breakout of this channel. This could be a retest of that. You got to be aware of that. Okay, but right now we're still long, and we're long until we break this trend line. Okay, so now we're down here. We're down here where we wanted to buy. I said I wanted to buy, right? So let's buy. I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna double my position down here. I'm feeling good about this. Okay, but this is the bottom of a trading range. If this works out, I'm gonna look like a genius, right? This is the bottom of a trading range. It's on the first trend line that started this trend, that started this move all the way back here. Okay, and only thing I don't like about this is that it did try to go up first. It did try to go up first a little bit. But we're going to use this trend line right here, and we're going to do this. Let me show you this. This is what I've been doing with my trend lines lately. And take it and clone it. And what I want to know is how far did price get away from this trend line before it started to pull back. Looks like it got about 100 points away. I'm going to take a fourth of that, and I'm going to add it to the bottom here as a buffer. So I'm going to take about 25 points, and I'm going to add it to the bottom of this trend line as a buffer right here. All right? And that's going to be my final line in the sand. It'll probably be around break even. So let's actually put a stop loss here. I'm going to be in a small profit if this continues to break. And did it wick me out? Damn, it wicked me out. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, well, let's play it out the rest of the day because this video is already 30 minutes. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is probably going to hit my profit target, which was right above this line. So we'll just turn this into where my profit target was. Put it right there like that. And that'll probably be what it is. So let's play it out, see what happened. Traded down again. So it would have taken me out of that. We broke this trend line. Traded all the way down. And then the end of the day happened. And this is where we are right now. So had I traded this day, that's probably how I would have traded it, to be honest. After I saw this break here, after I saw this, and I could connect the trend line there, which you see it was tested here, I probably would have tried to play this also. I probably would have tried to play this a little bit. You got a lot of indecision here, and this is the same trading range. You just drag it over, you'll see. Same trading range, but we broke to the bottom. When you break out of a trading range to one side and you get back in it, you typically want to go to the top, you know, to the other side. When it couldn't get to the other side along with this trend line, I probably would have shorted it again. I made a little money on the way down, but yeah, that's what happened. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I know it's a lot of lines, but they just help you visualize things. And you see I got the direction right for the most part. All right, guys, see you in the next one. Let me know if you like, comment, subscribe. Peace.